If you know what is FIRE, F-I-R-E. FIRE usually stands for Financial Independence, Retire Early. Anyone like to do that? Raise your hand if you do. Oh, quite a few, huh? Okay. So what do you think is needed to have financial independence? Money, absolutely, right? But do you know that sometimes people who are rich, they may lose their money and may not be financially independent during their later years?
Yes.
There is a element. Do you all know Bitcoin? What is the Bitcoin price now?
63,000.
No. 81,000. So Bitcoin started with $1. $1. So imagine if you invest $1,000, how much do you have today? Roughly?
1 million.
81,000. 81 million. And if you invest 10,000, how much do you have? 810 million. If you invest like 100K, you borrow. So if I am able to bring you back, let's say 15 years ago, will you be multi-billionaire?
Yes.
You will be. So let's say if I don't give you a single cent, like what Gerald said, I don't give you a single cent, will you still be multi-billionaire? You cannot, is it? No problem. But others. So if you borrow, so let's say if you borrow, you go in and you know the future, will you be a multi-millionaire? So let's say if you have zero money, you can borrow, right? You can lend from your mother, your father, your friends, right? So ultimately, it is not because you don't have money that you cannot be financially independent. It is because you don't know the future. Agree?
Yes.
So if you know the future, you can be financially independent. It's not because of money. So don't blame our parents. It is because we can't see the future. So ladies and gentlemen, today, let's say if I'm able to give you 3 crystal balls and tell you a little bit about the future. Are you interested?
Yes.
One. Really? Okay, so to do that, I need Gerald to continue helping me to get the slides up. I don't know why this one doesn't work, but have you all heard of carbon tax?
Yes.
What is the carbon tax today?
Zero, I thought they haven't started.
No, started already. Anyone else?
20%, 5%.
It's $25 per ton CO2e. So why is it called CO2e? Carbon dioxide equivalent. So CO2e, E at the back. So it's $25 per ton CO2e. Last year how much? Anyone knows? Last year, Yong Sik? Okay, so no project, no pressure. Anyone knows? What is? Close, very close. Very close. Correct. So last year was $5. This year, budget announced $25. What's the increase? 400. So you take 25 minus 5, divide by 25 is 400%. You know, I was a CFO of Motorola, and if any material increase, let's say by 40%, I'll be very, very concerned. I will call a QBR and I'll ask people, tell me, I'll ask all the supplier and come and talk to me and then we discuss. This thing increased 400%. Many of my colleagues, they don't even know it's happening, but they have to start paying next year. So budget announced this year, carbon tax this year, pay when? Next year. Next year, when they feel the pinch, there will be scramble. They will be scramble for what? What do you think is the scramble?
Money to pay the government.
They will be very, very concerned about the money to pay the government, and they will want accountants to help them reduce their tax. What do you think is our job opportunity or consulting opportunities? Quite high, right? Quite high. So some of the things that we can do, I don't have time today, but we can text, I can privately teach you how to do that. But basically, this is what I do. I think sustainability, we have many people talk, there's no substance. So what exactly can you do? Don't know. But it's not like that. Sustainability is very, very real. If you want money, you can get money. If you want financial independence, you can get financial independence. But not many people go and find out. Not many people go and find out. So today, I'd like to very quickly go to the second crystal ball. How many of you have grandchildren? Okay, I mean children. A lot of children. Quite a few. Okay, so I have 4 children, and like what Rong Fang just mentioned, my 4 children, I hope will have children, and therefore I have grandchildren. Do you know that my grandchildren will never see Maldives in their life? They will never see Great Barrier Reef in their life. They will never see North Jakarta in their life. They will never see Venice in their life. Why? Because global warming is real, and some of these things happen, and the summer will get hotter, sea will rise. Very unfortunate for our next generation. Not fun, Imagine we live in this kind of weather, and then we say, 30 degrees hot. They will live in 40 degrees. We go to beach, and then we have to apply suntan. They have to apply this stick of suntan. It's no longer fun to go to the beach, man. But this is the world if we don't do anything. So you know the target. You know the target of UN FCCC. FCCC stands for Framework for Climate Change Conference. So United Nations Framework for Climate Change Conference sets a target. Do you all know what is the target?
2050.
Correct. 2050 net zero. But what is the temperature that they are trying to reduce?
1 degree.
1 degree. We cannot achieve 1 degree. So they are trying to aim for 1.5 degrees Celsius. But it's very likely that we will go to 2 degrees Celsius. Do you all know the impact of 2 degrees Celsius? 2 degrees Celsius means 98% of all coral reef will die. 98 means 2% left. That's why you cannot see Great Barrier Reef. Do you know what is 1.5 degree? Which is the target that we are trying to aim, trying to achieve. And if we achieve, we should feel very happy. Do you know what's that? 75% of all coral will die. That's what we are aiming to. You know? That's what we want to achieve. And if we achieve, we should be happy that 75% of all coral reef will die. No, not still around, will die. Only 25% will be around. Just check Google tonight, you know, just go through Google. It's real. Huh? So climate change, many people tell me, oh, Dr. Vincent, you are doing this. It's, you know, it's a hoax, cannot be real. No, climate change, you know, this earth is very big. Yeah, the earth is very big. It will recover by itself after 1 million years. Unfortunately, human cannot live 1 million years. So 1 million years later, the earth is fine. In fact, we are not saving the earth. You know? Many people say, oh, Vincent, we are saving the earth. No, we are not saving the earth. The earth is fine. The plants are so happy that there are so much carbon dioxide. You know, plants live on carbon dioxide. Plants are fine, you know. It's human that is not fine. We will not see coral reef. We will not see Maldives, Venice. Is that fine? I don't think so. I think they will lose out a lot. Most of the species will die way before we talk about coral reef. Die way before we talk about Maldives or Venice. So what can we do? Number two crystal ball is that sustainability reporting will become mandatory. So today, because of slides not up, I cannot show you the gazette. So I have the gazette with me. Hey, no worries, I cannot. So I have the I have captured the gazette from Singapore Carbon Pricing Act 2018, clearly stating that the tax will require sustainability report. How do you charge tax? You need the corporations to know how much they emit, how much carbon they emit, and then you take that number, multiply by $25. If you don't know how much you emit, then how do you do that? Cannot. So my second prediction is that all companies will have a requirement of sustainability report. So today, anyone have done the sustainability report before? Oh, have. Fantastic. So you have one. How many more? No more, so only one. So today, I think we have like 25 people and only one. So 1 out of 25 have done sustainability report. The requirement is all listed company by next year. All listed company, 4 industry to be fair. All listed company, 4 industry by next year. But 2027, all SME, okay, 300 million, 300 million still quite okay. 300 million SME. What do you think is the ability for companies to do the sustainability report? Do you think they know how to do?
Don't know.
Likely don't know. How do you think they can produce when they don't know? Engage accountants, engage us, engage ISCA members, ISCA Toastmasters members. But you see, if we want to take this space, we have to learn. We have to have the knowledge, we have to have the capability, we have to have the experience. Are we learning? No, yeah. So you see, it is a journey, but the journey is getting shorter. So my second crystal ball is that by 2027, many companies will scramble and struggle. When they scramble or struggle, they will pay more for us. But basically, this is the crystal ball that benefits ISCA Toastmasters and ISCA members. You want to know the third crystal ball? The third crystal ball is a little bit difficult. When you have sustainability report up, do you know that there will be people who make mistakes intentionally? So you have anyone have seen a sustainability report before?
Yes.
Okay. So a few are very good. So sustainability report recently, today, are like a lot of words and a lot of marketing. The chairman shaking hand with an orphanage, planting a tree. And how do you think I can take that and charge you carbon tax? You plant a tree. So I charge you, what, $10 cheaper, is it? Can't, right? How do you think I charge you carbon tax? Let's say I'm RAS. Cannot. I have to force you to do greenhouse gas inventory. But this sustainability report, some people will just beautify it and then they will make it like nice so that I pay lesser tax. But my image also look good. There will be assurance. Today, for financial statement, if it is wrong, in the board, who goes to jail? Anyone knows?
Director.
Correct. But which director?
The managing director. I think it's
No lah. No lah, that's the first one lah. First one, who goes to jail first?
CFO.
No lah, those are not board of director lah. Your CFO so powerful about board of director. In board of director, who goes to jail first? The first one.
MD. Chairman.
No lah, AC lah. Audit committee chairman go to jail first lah. So audit committee chairman verify FS first. He or she will go together with chairman to the jail. But the chairman has some guy to check in the board of directors. Sustainability report who? No one, So the chairman will get it himself, he or she. This is so it won't happen. So this is also dangerous. And therefore, I feel strongly the third crystal ball is sustainability committee. So today in the board, there's no mandatory sustainability committee. You only have audit committee, nominating committee, risk committee. You have zero sustainability committee. I suspect that 2027, there will be a mandatory committee. Who do you think can be inside in this independent director? Who can be inside? ISCA, half correct. ISCA members who knows sustainability report. And therefore, again, three crystal balls talking about the ability for us to focus. So I very quickly go through the IPCC, Intergovernmental Panel for Climate Change, has clearly stated that we are aiming for 1.5 degree. We are clearly going to miss it and become 4 degree. Just now I say 2 degree, all coral reef, 98% of them will die. 4%, not fun, not fun. Number two, if you look at some of the disaster, more hurricane, more typhoon, more tornado, and these are These are real disaster, real number. Next, if you look carefully at global temperature, this is again the real numbers, not fun. Who are the biggest emitter? Biggest emitter today is China, but you cannot say China because we buy things from Lazada. They emit because they produce for us. If you want to reduce, you buy less. But there are many reasons. Today, no time to go through. So how do we solve it? To solve it, we have to do it globally. So there is an organization called COP, Conference of Party. Conference of Party 1 was done in Berlin. 3 was done in Kyoto. That's why it's called Kyoto Protocol. Last time we have a ozone layer broken. Kyoto Protocol saved it because we stopped CFC. And Paris Agreement is 2015. I think, seriously, these 3 are the most important COP. These are the people who actually do a lot of work. The first is Kyoto Protocol, second, Paris, third, in my personal opinion, Dubai. Last year was the first that mankind agreed to walk out of fossil fuels. So COP3, Kyoto Protocol, you can see from here, we have done many things. Today, due to time, no time, I'll quickly go through. Paris Agreement, COP21, very important. Without that, net zero is a dream. In fact, it doesn't even come up. And in my personal opinion, COP28 is very important because this is the first time in the history of mankind where we say, let's walk out of fossil fuel. I happen to be in COP28 as a speaker, and I advocated for carbon credit and I advocated for sustainability report. So if you look carefully, many people after listening to me and say, Dr. Vincent, I done my part. Why? Because in COVID, I did not go out. I did not even step out of my home. The gate, I didn't even open. I done my part, I didn't travel. So now, let me travel, man. Let me go Bangkok, massage. Let me go Ho Chi Minh. Let me go US, enjoy a little bit. What you have done in COVID is over. So can you see this line? So this is COVID. So the greenhouse gas emission dropped. It went up within 1 year. So yeah, thank you very much for your support. Again, it got up already within 1 year. You have to do a lot more, man. Otherwise, your grandchildren will have 4 degrees Celsius, and that is really not fun. So a very small dip, So I have the crystal ball. The first is sustainability reporting will become mandatory. And many companies will struggle and scramble. Who do they turn to? People who learn sustainability report. By the way, I'm becoming a teacher now. So since last month, I became a teacher. So I'm now a professor of sustainability. Learn from me so that you can be the consultant. Number 2, carbon tax. I think it will go up because carbon tax is gazetted. Gazetted means you cannot change your gazetted. It's a real thing. Some people say, no, Vincent, can we ask the government to reduce? It's gazetted. Sometimes I don't really know how to explain. But carbon tax can be offsetted with carbon credit. So carbon credit is another mechanism. If you want to know, again, we can do it. But it is the next resort. Next resort means please reduce your emission first. Then we talk about carbon credit. Next is sustainability committee. I explained already. So the gazette is here. Anyone can have access. Anyone is public information. It's stated very clearly that from 5 to 25, 45, then 80. From 5 to 80 is a big number. And as a CFO, it's like increase for 40%, I jump already. This is like how many percent? Quite a lot. And I talked to many of my CFO friends like, hey man, Vincent, are you sure? Okay, fine. So it's inside together. And then sustainability report, mandatory. You can read from here. So mandatory 2024, 1st of January. That means 2025 you have to file. And 2027, mandatory verification. That means audit. And if someone is wrong, 2028, they go to jail. What do you think the board of directors will do? They will get a bunch of sustainability experts to come and help them. The carbon trading. So just now I say carbon offset, right, can be offsetted. Carbon trading price has been increasing. So long time ago, I was over here and the carbon price is like €5. Today, 81 euro. So this is because they implemented the regulation over here and it went up. Also, Singapore will have the same thing. I have no time to go through, unfortunately, due to this. I just want to say the future of money is no longer just about money, it's about impact. How much time do I still have?
All the time.
Really? I share something I'm passionate, okay? I share something I'm passionate. So I talk to people about sustainability and then they say, oh, Vincent, you all just talk. These people talk, and then talk home, and then go home, and after go home, the next generation, to be fair, who cares? Because whatever that I do, I don't get to enjoy it. By the time 2050, I'm either dead or at least retired until I can't do anything. So the fruit of my work is not going to be enjoyed by me at all. I'll be dead by, very likely, I don't know. I'll be likely dead by then. So why do I need to do this? So many people come and say, oh, Vincent, you're just talking only. So take a look. This is been done. Every year, we have haze. And sometimes we say, oh, this year no haze, but next year it come again. So why can't we solve it? We are Singapore and then we cannot solve a haze issue. It's mainly because the farmers are burning their waste. They send the police there, they stop burning. 3 months later, they burn. And it's so vast, it's a very, very vast place. I do differently. I go to the farmer and say, you sell me the waste. After you sell me the waste, you cannot burn, right? You got no more waste. How to burn? You burn what? So of course, some people sell me the waste. Some people don't sell me this coconut husk. So they burn the coconut husk. So they don't want. They want to burn. Fine. I teach them how to burn. Do you know that if you burn through pyrolysis, you can get a crystal. You can get activated carbon. You can get biochar. And if you burn it through this way, there's no emission. No emission. Just read by yourself. Just Google by yourself. Burning requires 3 things: fuel, heat, and oxygen. I burn without oxygen. Without oxygen, I can do that. So without oxygen, no haze. And they can get this biochar, which is more valuable. Number 2, I take so much waste. Oh, Vincent, you take so much waste and then put into landfill. No, I take so much waste and then I convert them. Over here, this is sugarcane waste. Convert them through enzyme, through fermentation, dry them, make them into fish pellets, fish food pellets, and feed the farms. And therefore, it's a circular economy. So some people say, oh, Dr. Vincent, you're feeding rubbish to the animals. Fine. This is food testing report. You can see very clearly, protein is high, is approved. It's approved for feeding. The protein is high, bacteria is low, it's approved for feeding. Next, I receive a lot of activated carbon, right? So I teach them how to burn correctly. What do I do with the activated carbon? Put it inside the fish farm. So this fish farm, you can see the fish is not happy and grows slowly. Many die. I cleanse the water. So after cleaning the water, the fish are happier, grow faster, don't die. Again, circular economy. Every morning, anyone do beach walking, beach running, beach cycling? I go to the beach every single day at 7:30 sharp. And at 7:30 sharp, the beach is very clean. So no problem. Many companies, we do beach cleaning day and then bring our employees there to clean the beach. Actually, the beach is already clean. You clean what? But try to go there at 6:30. At 6:30, the beach is terribly dirty. The dirtiest thing that you can feel. Try go one time, you'll know it. You'll never forget one. It is so dirty because Singapore is a very funny, different place. We have huge amount of current. We bring all the rubbish from around this part of the world into Singapore and then get stuck in our canal. There are many reports talking about this. You can research by yourself. How do I solve this? I go to the remote islands and tell them, please don't throw. So I go to this island called Dandun. If you open this up, you can see the word Dandun. Dandun is somewhere around here. You cannot even find a map. Singapore is here. So this, you cannot even find a map. I go to many islands, but I just show this one because it's so remote. Go to the island and say, please do not throw into the sea. But I tell you, they don't listen to me. They have been throwing for the past 100 years. But the issue is 100 years ago, they have been throwing biodegradable waste. Today, a lot of plastics. I saw them throw the TV, just throw to the sea and then they expect it to somehow disintegrate. They just throw a diaper, just throw to the sea, expect somehow someone will take care of it. Yeah, so every morning Singapore, we clean the place. Where are the rubbish coming from? So we have huge landfill. Right? So actually, you look carefully, many of the rubbish are not ours. Anyway, so these are some of the things that I do. Also in Vietnam, so some people went to Vietnam. I go to North Central Vietnam. So this is Nghệ An, you may not even heard before. Yeah, it's North Central Vietnam, it's very, very far away. From here to Ho Chi Minh is nearer than from Ho Chi Minh to Nghệ An. So Nghệ An is very, very far away. So I go to Nghệ An, I teach them the same thing that I just showed you, and then they feature me in both the newspaper and the TV. Next, the animal feed. So just now I show you fish, right? Actually, my feed can be fed to pigs, cattle, and even cow. If I can reduce methane by giving them seaweed. Maybe a bit too jargon, but you can see the farmers here. They are holding my feed made from waste. It is zero cost to me, made from waste. And from there, they are doing. So next, Nghệ An sludge water. Sludge water basically means toxic water. Toxic water, the regulation says you need to put it inside a lake, keep for 7 days, more, much more than 7 days, and then you can flow to the river. But you can see this lake, it's all filled up. The whole thing is toxic water. Toxic go inside, toxic come up immediately to the river. So again, this is Nghệ An newspaper. I'm helping them to improve. So I also teach students. On top, I think is RSM. Below is UOB. So you see this guy. This guy is UOB Chief Sustainability Officer, Eric Lim. So I bring my students to different parts of companies, teach them sustainability at the same time, get the companies recognized. So many companies, because they're very rich, but they are doing a lot of things, good things for sustainability, teach them. That's how I talk about biochar. So how do you make biochar? How do you burn correctly? So you take biochar through the waste. This is in Phnom Penh. I move it to Kampong Sela. So I burn them through double barrel method. And the smoke here is vapor. That day was raining, but smoke here are vapor. There are no emission, zero emission, because I'm burning without oxygen. So those are signs that you Google by yourself. But basically, these are the things that we do to ensure that waste is done properly. Have you all ever seen Bukit Merah? Before Bukit Merah. So Bukit Merah, Red Hill, the land is like this. Why is the land red?
Iron.
Correct. Iron and aluminium. So very sharp. Iron and aluminium. Do you know that they are toxic? You plant vegetables, you plant trees, plant things. Not so nice. Not nice. And they are contamination. So the more you plant, the worse it becomes. But how do you solve it? Biochar is one of the way. You put it inside, you can absorb heavy metal, and therefore you can make it into farms like this. So these are some of the things that I do. I also do agar wood, for example. And I also do, okay, so I teach. My main job, so you can say, oh, Vincent, you're so free, it's so fine. But my main job is still as a teacher. So today I'm professor for sustainability and carbon accounting. I teach real sustainability report. So I teach scope 1, 2, 3. I teach the ability to calculate greenhouse gas emission through the defrag, through the emission factor, through the emission table. So these are some of the things that I actually do. And of course, I also do seagrass. So overall, ladies and gentlemen, I truly believe also this is seagrass. Seagrass is not planting. You don't plant seagrass. You transplant seagrass shoots or you restore seagrass to get blue carbon credit. Plant seagrass, you try and see. But anyway, so the issue is that we have a climate that we have to protect. I give you, ladies and gentlemen, 3 crystal balls. And that 3 crystal ball, I hope, can help you in some of the career movement. If you like to join me, if you like to do something for the environment, do something for your grandchildren's children, I truly, truly appreciate the time and the effort and hopefully your passion to help the climate. Thank you very much. That's so nice.